Hey, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is Dana, aka Matt Caster. So you may be wondering why we're up here on the EBU, the European Broadcasting Union website. Well, today we're going to talk about meeting the standard for a lot of the volunteer organizations, and we're going to be using Reaper as we do so. Okay? Now, here's a little background, guys. Over in Europe, they go by the -23 LUFS standard. And in America, as we normally do, we make our own standards. And that's when we refer to the AES, the Audio Engineering Society, was approached by Congress to come up with what is called the COM Act. Now, our standards are between a -16 and a -20 LUFS with a 4 dB loudness range max, with a -1 dB total peak. So let's go ahead and jump on down into Reaper and we'll get started. Okay, guys, so the first thing we're going to do in Reaper is come down to Options, Preferences, and then to the very bottom where it says External Editors. You're going to click Add. Now, this is the program you need to download. It's called MP3Gain. Okay, and I'm going to show you here in a second just exactly what it does. But you're going to download this program, you're going to install it, and this is the file path it is on my computer, and since it's in the x86 folder, I know that it's a 32-bit program. You're simply going to hit Browse, and this is what you want. You do not want this application up here, the EXE. You want the GUI. You're going to highlight it, and you're going to say Open, and you're going to say OK and OK. Now, at this point, I've got the file here. I'm going to right mouse click on it, open items in editor. I'm going to open it in the MP3Gain, and that is my gain. Okay, right there, 86.6. Now, it tells me that I am outside the parameter of the 87 to 92 dB range for a lot of the communities up here that do volunteer audiobook recordings. Okay, so there's two things we can do. We can highlight this track and come up here and modify gain and say apply the track gain. And as you can see, it brought us right up there, 89.6. We're well within the parameters. Okay, but we're going to undo this. And now we're simply going to go back into Reaper and we're going to add. And that's what this is telling us, that we need to add 3 dBs of gain. The max no clip gain is just that. That's the maximum amount you can raise this file without clipping. Okay, so let's go on back down to Reaper. Now, the first thing I want to show you over here is we're simply going to play this and see what it tells us on our meter as far as the background noise. Okay, we're at a -49.9. So now we're going to raise this track over here, and instead of raising it 3 dB, guys, let's give ourselves a little headroom. Let's just go 2.9. Okay, that'll give us just a little bit of headroom. So now let's watch our meter over here as we play this again. And see, now we're at a -47. Remember, the closer you get to 0, the louder the audio. So we've just increased the noise floor, as well as everything in this audio file, 2.9 dBs. Okay, so at this point, we're just going to come up here and we're going to export the file or render. We're going to name it 1. We have it in mono, MP3, 128. And when you check this box, it's just going to add it back into Reaper for us. And that way we don't have to go hunt it down. Now, Marco, over in Italy, man, the company that you're working with, that organization, they go with 96 kbps. And just so you know, that's the same thing that NPR uses, which is the National Public Radio. And brother, their audio sounds awesome. Okay? But I'm just going to leave it in the 128 now because that's what it was rendered at to begin with. And we're going to say render one file. And then we're going to say close. And here's our file. So now we're going to do the same thing. And then we're going to check it here. And there we are, guys, dead on, 89. Okay? So that's how easy it is to do these files to meet these parameters, which is truly set by the EBU. Okay? Take care, God bless, and we are out of here.